And we are now live with episode 41 of the HAC JAC Show. Of course, as with all intros, and hopefully some newcomers because our channel has just grown a little, I am the ever forgetful and lovable Hack.
And I am your self-deprecating co-host, Jack.
And now, thank God that today happened, Jack, because guess what? I didn't really had any plans. But
Really?
no, nothing that really came to mind. I was thinking maybe Batwoman, but you can't write an entire episode on Batwoman unless we're actually watching
Yeah.
it. And one I can only stomach one episode, but she will be mentioned. Now the big thing here, and kind of the big topic for today, is that DC did it. They finally did it. You know what
They
they
did
did?
what? What?
They're gonna be well. It's in the thumbnail. It's on the thumbnail, but DC is going to be
Mm-hmm.
releasing what is essentially is would have been the original version of Justice League.
Ooh.
Yes, and so that's what we're going to be that's what we're going to be talking about now. Uh, but we got a lot of preface things first and little small stuff first. Now, first off, Jack. First off,
Mm-hmm.
are you you aware what's been going on with Twitch?
No. What's been happening?
uh, you're not aware of the deer?
The deer?
Oh boy. Okay, hold on. Oh, and also, we got someone in the chat. Oh, I recognize this person. It's Ghetto Machine. He says, crying really does get you what you want. I know he's referring to. But we'll get to their ghetto. Just hold on tight. Just want to mention. So, Jack, I'm surprised you not know this, but I'm gonna send you not send you. I'm just briefly mention it because it's more just a little funny thing I want to mention. So, I think these past few days over on Twitch, I did not know this. So apparently Twitch has a safety advisory council. Pretty much it's this group of streamers that Twitch picks in order to how can I put it? In order to help them understand what is needed for the Twitch community, right? And one of the persons that they decided to add on was a streamer named Ferociously Steph. Now, what makes this person kind of special is that this well girl, quote unquote, identifies as a deer and role plays as a deer on stream. Okay,
Okay.
kind of odd, but there is an audience. There's an audience. Go ahead. But what really what people may want to kind of make a double look is that she's been chosen to be part of this council,
Mm-hmm.
and she then I keep getting she, but I think it's actually a guy. But out of respect, that we'll respect the doe. I don't think it's a buck. I don't know if she's a doe or a buck. Maybe doe. I can't tell. But we'll respect the doe, and she got some heat lately when she pretty much blatantly called all gamers white supremacists,
Oh.
and she wanted to, as one of her goals of being part of this council, she wanted to, for some reason, go. Just like Ghetto Machine right pimps up, does down. And I don't get a track. Pretty much, she also wants to make it a a policy of that for high level gameplay on Twitch, there will be no chat, no chat.
Oh, I heard about the no chat thing. I
Yeah,
heard
yeah. So that's the deer. Out of respect for her.
that was her idea.
Yeah. Well,
Gotcha.
and of course, a whole sub bunch of memes. My favorite one, I wish I could show it, but I lost it. Was one where it says the hunting simulator, and you see her with the antler. So I guess she identifies as a buck. I guess.
That's not possible. You can't just go
Mhm.
be saying, I'm a woman, but I'm also a male buck. I'm a male deer, so that makes no sense.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm yeah, but yeah, but that's the least part of it. I mean, but that's just something I just wanted to mention. There's other people have already talked about it and all that. I don't, but it's just a funny thing. That's just weird that it happened. It makes you think, wow, what's really going on there at Twitch? Now,
Hmm.
last thing I want to mention that is somewhat relevant before I get to the big topic. Of course, when I heard this news, I couldn't believe it. I thought it was an early April Fool's Day, but no, it's true. The lead actress for Batwoman, Ruby Rose, would not be coming back to Batwoman.
Ha.
And yeah, so pretty much it was announced today that she will not return to Batwoman next season. And honestly, honestly, that was probably a good call on her. And I'll try to dig up more information if there's especially anything juicy. Not really. It was like, oh, I love the people I work with. It was a hard decision to make, but I think it was, for my. I think this is something I personally want to do, and I'm grateful for having this experience. You know that little that stick.
Yeah.
So yeah, so from here on out, Rags and Maul are gonna have a fun time watching Batwoman, knowing the fact that the freaking lead actress that was pretty much the only almost the only reason people came to watch the show was like, ooh, we gotta, ooh, it's like the main hero. Even the lead actress didn't want to stick around, and so she left. Oh my god.
Yeah, she wasn't that great.
You know what's funny? You want to know something funny? You know what was her best role, as far as
What?
I've seen of her?
What?
In John Wick 2,
Hmm.
she plays a mute.
Ah. Keep her quiet.
Basically.
And you'll be
I'm sure she's in other things, but that says a lot when the best role most people know you from is literally a non-speaking role. She played a mute really well, you know. I never saw her as a credible threat to John Wick, but you know she was there. So yeah, so that brightened up my morning when I woke up, and now you know what kind you know what Jack. Now I kind of want to watch all of Batwoman just to see the dumpster fire because I saw one episode and that was enough, but I assumed that it was gonna keep on going because either A, the CW audience just like to eat this crap up without really thinking about it, but as like the show went on and just each episode just ratings kept going lower and lower and lower and lower and lower. Honestly, I want to see the dumpster fire for myself, and not just through not just through EFAP.
remember. Let's just can we just give a moment of silence to appreciate the name EFAP? I know that they didn't mean. I'm pretty sure they didn't mean to do it like that, but
I don't
let's just
know.
appreciate.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know about that, but still, yes, I do appreciate EFAP and how it's becoming like, uh, it's getting bigger and bigger, and it's just gaining more haters as it goes on. I can't. I unfortunately haven't watched every single one because sometimes some of the stuff they cover are not my interest. But when I do watch, oh, it's always funny. Only thing I can complain is I can never keep up with the memes,
You never keep up with any memes.
and that's what makes me special. All right, all right. So with that done, the main the main story for today. So yes, Zack Snyder, famed Hollywood director of films such as 300, uh, Justice League, Batman vs Superman, Man of Steel, the remake of Dawn of the Dead, and Sucker Punch, Well, he has officially announced that the his version of the Justice League movie, famous known as the Snyder Cut, will be releasing exclusively on HBO Max in the year 2021. Now, I want to ask Jack first off, did you actually watch the Justice League movie ever since it came out?
The live action?
Correct.
Yes.
Now, since you are just like Ghetto and I, since especially between you and me and our audience with Ghetto, you're not as connected to the DC universe as ours. So as someone who just wants to watch an entertaining movie, how was your experience?
I mean, if I try to dumb down my brain, I liked it.
Ooh,
But
ooh.
other I mean, just because I don't know the characters comic book wise doesn't mean I won't know how they're supposed to, like how they usually act, or what they're, or especially just looking at it through writing. The Justice League movie was garbage, and the fact it it really just did everything as, oh, if Superman was there, it would have been finished. And it kind of annoyed me that's the route they did with the Justice League. And also, I just did not like Aquaman. I did not like.
Now, what is it about Fish Man you didn't like?
I I don't know. He tried to play off as a Thor for the like the Marvel Extended Universe movies. And like that kind of irked me because like we don't need another type of, and I still don't see Aquaman as a slapstick type of character. That would be more reserved. I mean, the Flash.
That
I mean,
is
the guy literally just came down riding his trident like the
admit
all-powerful weapon that is supposed to signify. But I'm done.
okay. So yeah, that was yeah. So there's a lot there now. Unfortunately, I can't have the luxury of critiquing it because I refuse to watch the movie, and and that goes all the way back to Man of Steel and well documented feelings towards that movie. But of course, ever since it came out, I have gained like what happened in the movie and so forth. So I have an idea what entails of the movie. And first off, just small stuff first. For villain, even I didn't, Jack. Even I didn't know who the heck Steppenwolf was. I'm like Steppen. I was like, who was that? Had to look it up. So even I was like baffled at kind of the villain choice they went with there. Not saying he could have been a great villain, but still though, kind of for the Justice League movie,
Hmm?
kind of odd that they went with him. Although, but to be fair though, if it were up to me, if it were up to me, I would have picked Starro as the main villain.
I mean, I guess the thing is that they had to step up. They had to bring I don't know. Like I'm trying to find a good reason why they used that character, that villain, because I mean they showed Doomsday when they were doing the whole Batman versus Superman thing, and I'm just kind of thinking here, how do you top that? Because he's like literally he's a very strong supervillain. I mean, at least show us, or at least have. Oh my god, his name escapes me right now. Man with the laser beam eyes that could track you and has
Oh,
weird
Dark
powers.
Side.
Yeah, at least have him. like actually maybe throw a laser, not his minion.
Actually, to Ghetto informed us in the chat. He says Steppenwolf's greatest feat is being Darkseid's uncle. So even as a character himself, there's really not much going for him. But yeah, but you actually bring up a good point, Jack. Because with Batman versus Superman, I always find it baffling that for essentially Superman's and second movie and the first introduction of this DC Universe version of Batman, that they decided to add in Doomsday, which I mean, of course, he's famously known as the thing that killed Superman. So to add him in Superman's second movie, that's kind of like that's that's like essentially it's like essentially this. It's going from, to use Dragon Ball as an example.
Hmm.
It's like, imagine if it's like going from starting with King Piccolo with for Goku as a kid,
Hmm.
and then the next episode he has to fight Frieza.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much like that. Or to help out some people that don't know an anime reference like that, it's like the equivalent of playing an RPG. You fight a slime as your you leave the gates and you're fighting a dragon right off the bat. Not even level one dragon, like the highest max level dragon.
So of course that becomes the problem of then, you know, since there's no natural progression, especially in terms of the stakes. How do you
Hmm.
make the next movie exciting? Now, and of course they killed off Superman and Batman vs Superman, which I still don't. That's still a stupid decision, but regardless, they did that. And
If the
go ahead.
like okay, the one thing I have a problem with Superman and the Justice League is if he wasn't so moody, why was he so damn moody? Yes, you got killed, sure, whatever. I mean, you're Superman though. You live with it. You die so many times. People are just like expecting you to revive. But
To be fair, he only died once.
I don't know. It feels like he revived so many times. He might as well be a white. But either way, he was so dang moody. Like he literally a good portion of the time just with Lois, while meanwhile there's a giant war happening across the other side of the world that's affecting. And he literally comes in the last 10 minutes of the movie and beats up the big bad evil guy in like less than 2 minutes from there. The rest of the 8 minutes was
By the way, I don't know what's going on, but you keep cut. Oh wait, hold on. No wonder. Oh,
downloading porn.
that's ghetto.
Oh.
Yeah, if you watch our yeah, or I can make that joke, especially if you watch our chill streams. Actually, I think let me make a few changes on my end. So Jack, just uh keep the audience entertained for a brief moment. Uh, actually, uh, yeah, keep on for a brief moment while I fix my issue. Be right back.
All right. Wait, wait. If you're fixing your issue, I won't be able to entertain them. Okay, you're still in here. Never mind. Okay, so in other news, very quickly, I am very excited for this one little small announcement. So TSO2 or Fantasy Star Online 2 actually just released a on when it's going to come out for PC. It's actually going to be 7 days from now. So on a Wednesday, for next Wednesday, it's going to come out for PC. Only Windows 10 though. Sorry if you have something lower than the Windows 10. It's only for Windows 10.
All right, I'm
Um.
back. All right, I'm
Oh,
back.
welcome back.
All right, so all right, so. so as you're kind of seeing, even just discussing stuff what happened previous to the movie, we're
Mhm.
already having problems. The Superman's death caused Justice League, at least for his side of the story, to cause Justice League movie to essentially have essentially be have the what would have been a typical bad Superman story where literally he could have just fixed the situation in seconds. So
Pretty much.
yeah. So now and Ghetto and Ghetto says this on in the chat this verse when he says crime does get you what you want. To be fair, Ghetto, not to be fair, we can't deny that there are people who adamantly love these movies for whatever reason. You know, their movie sucks, but we cannot deny their enjoyment. You know, they're they're entitled to that. So that comes to me thinking that I'm trying to imagine what would have been the original envision of Justice League. Because I don't know if you know this, Jack. Do you know what happened behind the scenes of that movie?
No, what happened?
Okay, so right in the beginning of production, it was actually going through as planned. Was Zack Snyder directing?
Mm.
Unfortunately, during that time, I believe not believe. If I am correct in this fact, I believe his daughter committed suicide, and so because of that, he
Oh.
had to leave production, and of course, and deal with that tragedy. So
Mhm.
so Warner Brothers then had to find a director to replace him like immediately, and they chose Joss Whedon, who, amongst other things, is known for directing the first two Avengers movies.
Mhm.
So they bring him in, and from there, the movie I believe was around not halfway completed, but they did get but they did film a lot to at least have a good groundwork of the movie. And Joss Whedon was there just pretty much to finish it off.
Mhm.
But with him coming in, he also made a lot of changes to the movie that you see in the final cut. He added a lot of his own, I don't know, not tisms, not tisms, his own flair to the script and whatnot. Because
Mhm.
if the tragedy didn't happen for Snyder, it would have been the Justice League movie probably been would have been longer than it is and be just as melodramatic as Batman versus Superman. So and with now, but because of that, when Joss Whedon comes in, he does everything from adding kind of more of that Marvel type of humor into the script. He also then actually literally hired a new conductor for to do the score of the movie. He I remember hearing the story where he essentially Warner Brothers helped him replace the movie's original composer, a guy named Junkie XL, and replaced him with
Mhm.
Danny Elfman. And he's the one that he's famously made the themes for for Batman and for the Raimi Spider-Man movies. So
Mhm.
so at least that was kind of cool. Although admittedly it wasn't his best stuff for this movie. So all these last minute changes are coming in, trying to finish the movie, and then they did, but they wasn't finished yet because now they still had to put in a few more scenes. I forget for why the exact reason. And so that's why you have the infamous, if you recall, do you remember the beginning of the movie where it's like this, like phone footage, and you see these kids talking to Superman?
Mhm.
And if you pay close enough attention, you see kind of how weird Superman's mouth is.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's where so during the time that in which they had to do reshoots and added that scene in the last minute, Henry Cavill, the actor playing Superman, was busy doing Mission Impossible Fallout, in which he had a mustache. And so he comes and do a scene as Superman, and Warner Brothers had to spend more money, not just adding more scenes into the movie, but also to digitally remove the mustache from Henry Cavill in that beginning Superman scene, and probably other scenes that I'm not aware of.
Why can't he just shave it?
No, because it was literally he was doing those scenes right in the middle of him doing Mission Impossible Fallout, and his character had a big old stash, so he could not remove it.
Gotcha.
So
That's a bad scheduling right there.
yeah, and because of that, you end up with the final product being the Justice League movie. So, so and so through that, that's why you have like these large group of fans who really want Zack Snyder's original vision of the movie to release because they felt that the studio, one of our studios, I guess the best way to put it, they they changed his vision essentially. Now to be fair to Warner Brothers, the circumstances were uh, the circumstances were awful. You know, it's not like it's like oh it's just the studios being greedy bastards or anything like that. No, the director suffered a serious loss in his life, and I don't know about you, but are you gonna be concerned about a comic book movie or about your child? I'm just saying. And so pretty much the studios did the best that they could to save a movie that was, from my opinion, already flawed to begin with, just based on previous movies. And also, Ghetto Machine, he also says, when I remember, Snyder kept revealing stuff like the General in Man of Steel was actually Martian Manhunter, some Darkseid scenes, and more Cyborg and Flash scenes. Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember that. And also apparently a scene at Arkham with Harley, but I might have pulled that memory from nowhere. Okay, so yeah, never heard of that one. So yeah, even since Man of Steel, there was this really big attempt to make this DC universe, and well, here we are now, in which we're not even sure there's still DC universe anymore. And I mean even the next Wonder Woman movie, Jack, is like literally
Mhm.
it's ignoring its own canon and just being like, because apparently if you watch just no, I'm sorry, Batman vs Superman, Wonder Woman like disappeared since World War I and was never seen again.
Mhm.
But apparently they've forgotten she did a whole thing in 1984. So yeah, so they're pretty much from this point on DC movies. They're just gonna be ignoring its own canon just to tell its story, and so so any fans of those movies, upon hearing this announcement, is pretty much gaining that nice drop of water in what is a barren desert.
I mean, yeah, I kind of expected it. I mean, I thought I could have swore they said that they were not gonna make any more like um superhero movie or like I thought they're gonna stick with the animated or comics.
Yes, Ghetto, just like the comic books, just ignore the canon. Oh boy. So, but I'm kind of curious though, because I try to look up to see if there's any other confirmed information about this version of the movie. Like, what would this entail? What would actually be different? Unfortunately, there's not enough to know so far. Besides that, they're working on it. Hence why it's going to be coming out in about a year. And and I remember someone tweeting this out, and he actually predicted this. So kudos on him that the Snyder Cut was going to be a real thing, but the DC and Warner Bros are going to save it. We're going to save it and use it to promote like a service. And
Hmm.
what's the new service? HBO Max, which I'm not even sure what that is. I'm guessing that's HBO's own streaming service.
Or we're gonna have Bat Sex 2.0 since it's HBO.
I guess. No, it's Bad Six 2.0, but you ready for this?
Uh, all right.
But you can add it to your queue.
Ooh.
That's the difference. Although from listed they're trying to have a bits of everything, because besides like DC movies and actually might be some DC shows. Like I've heard rumors that they're going to try to put a Green Lantern show in that service. I also know that they're also putting Looney Tune cartoons in it. And I like and I'm not talking about like the old ones, although they might do that, but not like no, they're gonna be creating new Looney Tunes shorts like they did back in the golden days of Looney Tunes, and they're gonna have that on HBO Max. I was like, okay, I guess. Why should I pay for this service? So with his whole now the Snyder Cut of Justice League, it's just another way for them to be like, hey, we got something that makes it worthwhile to get our service, just like with Mandalorian Disney Plus. Oh, and Ghetto says Doom Patrol season 2 is gonna be on HBO Max. Oh, that's right. So, oh yeah, and Jack, and even like the DC shows that were on the DC Universe app, they're now gonna be on HBO Max, making that app even more worthless. Unless you
What?
really like Titans or that Harley Quinn show.
Oh yeah. I actually been meaning to see what the Harley Quinn show's been all about.
From what I've understand, it initially like had a bad trailer, but people who actually watched the show they found it entertaining. But to me, that's one of two things: either it's just fine, it's entertaining enough, and so forth. And I saw a few clips, so I'm like, oh, okay, that's a nice chuckle, but I don't know what the actual like what's the actually any good content in it. Unless Ghetto Machine knows. Unless you seen the Harley Quinn show, you might tell us in the chat. But besides just a scene where Joker finds out Batman's Bruce Wayne and he's just like disappointed, I honestly can't tell you about that show.
Oh yeah, I forgot that happened. And as they shouldn't have put that as a clip. I mean, I guess if they wanted to put some type of like, ooh, you need to watch it to see how he found out type of thing.
Yeah,
I don't know.
unless someone just recorded it and just just put it on the social medias, you can't really stop that. Although funny
No, I kind
enough,
of do have the. Uh huh.
oh hold on, oh wait, oh Ghetto replied. He says he has seen the show and he says Harley is the worst character.
Yeah, I heard that people don't like Harley. I think a good portion of the people were also complaining about her voice actor just because it's.
You're telling me that a character with her type of voice is degrading on the ears? Also, he said, "Oh, okay. So this gives me an idea." Get also says the show in general is a worse Venture Brothers.
Hmm.
Okay, so I'm guessing based on that, based on that, it's pretty much like a show where Harley goes on various adventures every episode, and and everyone's acting either sarcastically or they're making fun of tropes essentially, making fun of cliches
Okay.
and whatnot.
Gotcha.
Because remember, you have a smart show when you make when because remember you have a smart show when you just make fairly benign observations about storytelling. Remember that, Jack.
Hmm.
And also remember that and also remember this that if you say that your show is bad, then your show can't be bad.
The Hack Jack show.
Just remember that I've read many. I literally I think either like watch episode shows and read many comics where like a character will be like, oh my god, this sounds as dumb as like a comic book plot, and it's a comic book based show. Stupid stuff like that. Which I'm like, you're not smart for saying that. You idiot. You idiot. Make clever jokes. Any case, going back to Justice League. So, so that's happening. But the bigger thing I want to talk about though is this: that
Hmm.
that until it comes out, we won't know what we don't we have to wait till the quality of the movie. Who knows? It might actually be better than what we got in the theaters, or worse. You never know. I'm voting on worse because was never impressed by Zack Snyder's work. I
Hmm.
am willing to give his remake for Dawn of the Dead. Excuse me, sorry about the food. I'm willing to give his remake of Dawn of the Dead a try, but everything else I've seen of him, you know what he reminds me of? He reminds me of a guy where he will be great at his job, just don't let him touch the script. Because if you do that, you get every DC movie thus far with Batman or Superman. Then and you also get Sucker Punch, which in which he was basically trying to make like live action anime, and as cool as that sounds, it just didn't really work. He knows how to find cute women, though. I'll give him that. And everyone forgets his most famous movie. Ready? Want to know his most famous movie that people always remember?
Tell
Let's see.
me.
So I gotta get it right. So I'm gonna look at it real quick. All right. Remember the movie Legends of the Guardians: The Rise of Al Ghul.
No.
You know, remember the CGI owl movie, Jack?
I,
About
I
the owls going to war.
no. I never even heard of it.
Here, let me give you a post. Let me give you a poster to jog your memory. All right, let me give me a second. All right, here. I'm gonna put it right down on the Discord. You're telling me you don't remember this movie?
No.
You
Not at
sh-
all.
From the studio that
that
brought
brought
you
you
Happy
Happy
Feet.
Feet. I love those stupid movie posters. Oh my god.
I mean, I remember Happy Feet, but I don't remember
You,
whatever this is.
you don't remember Legend of the Guardians, the Owls of Gahul, the Owls of Gahul take flight in 3D September 24th?
I keep hearing owls of Al Ghul. I'm like, what does this have to do with rage?
No, not Ra's al Ghul. It's just Gahul.
Gaul.
There's an apostrophe between the A and the H because apostrophes are exotic.
You're exotic.
Why, thank you. Although personally, I am more erotic than exotic.
No. No.
Well, with this mustache, I am.
No.
All right, Consuela.
No. No.
So, so yeah, so yeah, I'm not having high hopes for this new Justice League movie, but I just, but this does it's gonna make precedence though. Oh, wait, hold on. Ghetto says, I only know this movie because of the story of the soldier stuck in a shack in the Middle East, and the only thing in English was a channel showing that movie 24/7. Oh no! Of all movies.
Showing that one for 24/7.
I wonder if that's another form of torture, just like showing Barney constantly and Teletubbies. Thank you for that, Ghetto. Thank you. And I am more knowledge. I glad I know this knowledge. I'll keep it in my pocket. But to the bigger point,
Hmm.
so because as far as I've been on Twitter, every now and then, like almost every month, the release the Snyder Cut hashtag will get trending, and I'm telling you, man, it was consistent every single time, and it always came up like like any little rumor come up. Oh, Twitter's on it like flies on poo. And so I'm like, oh, it's like it's never gonna happen, guys. You got a crap movie, deal with it. Just support the next guy's work. That's all you gotta do. But no, they really like, no, we gotta get our Justice League movie. People don't understand, man. Those are great movies. The Martha scene, just poetry, man. Poetry.
How do you know, Martha?
Why did you say that name? I can't keep a straight face. Making the most, and also something a little, and also they show you how cleverly well written this movie, what this the Batman vs Superman was written. Remember, folks, Batman could hear Lois Lane all the way in Africa. I'm sorry, not Batman. Superman could hear Lois Lane all the way in Africa, about to get shot by some warlords, and stop it just in the nick of time, flying all the way from Metropolis. But he couldn't hear the heartbeat of his kidnapped mother.
Huh.
Yeah, let that sink in.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
Mostly because I forgot most of the movie.
Fair enough. That's a fair enough point. And you know what I also forgot? I've forgotten how horrible looking Doomsday even looks in that movie. I kid you not, when you look at him, he looks more like a. He literally looks like a troll from Lord of the Rings than actual Doomsday.
I don't even remember most of the scenes because of how dark everything was. It was
So,
just like a perpetual night.
and
I
remember,
wonder how the plants even grow in that space.
and remember when it turns out Gotham and Metropolis are literally just like a stone's throw away from each other. They're literally on opposite sides of the river.
Well, to be fair, it always seems like Metropolis is in perpetual daytime.
Oh man.
You gotta balance it out with the perpetual nighttime.
You know what that reminds me? It makes it seem like Gotham is like what's that it makes it like Gotham's like Mordor, where it's just where, like you said, perpetual darkness all the time, and then Metropolis is Gondor. We have all the nice architecture, the good lighting, all the pretty people are. What are the,
Imagine living between those two cities.
Imagine trying to be a criminal in that area. You either gonna do with Batman or Superman. Pick your poison.
Why don't they just like move to these supervillains just need to move to some random ass town. Like why not go to Wisconsin?
West- because there's
It's
not,
random and there's no one there.
because there's nothing to steal in Wisconsin.
Hey, if you get enough banks, you'll eventually get $5.
No, still all their cheese. The funny part is though,
This is a stick of. Oh, why don't you should be careful there? Why don't you know?
the funny part is though, just to when you really examine the world of the DC comics, you realize that most heroes, they literally just reside on the east or west coast. There's no like heroes being from Michigan or from North Dakota protecting their citizens, because all the crime just happens on the east and west coasts.
So what's weird? It's weird that they even have their own turfs. Like if Superman goes into Gotham, they're like, "What are you doing here? This is my place." Like, geez, just let the man help. You're
No.
He's literally a Superman. You are rich. That's it.
Oh, speaking of, I hate that they actually made that a joke in Justice League when Barry asked Batman what can he do, or is like
Oh
what's your
yeah.
power, and they literally wrote down I'm rich. I'm like, it's more than just money. God damn, like, oh
Yeah.
my gosh, it.
He's been trained in multiple martial arts. Multiple.
If you go by comics canon, he trained all the martial arts, all of them, and
Yeah.
mastered each one of them. Oh, hold on. Ghetto says Wisconsin has a superhero. Well, you better inform us. I would love to know who it is. Why should be someone I actually know? I just never knew he was from Wisconsin. Or watch, he's actually talking about like a real life superhero. Oh, I can't wait to hear that. But yeah, so so to roll it back, what I was talking about. So you have so you have, dang it. Hold on. Ghetto says the Wisconsin has a hero. His name is Super Chief. Hold on, I gotta look this up. Give me a second.
What? Super cheap.
Alright, I'm looking up Super Chief right now. So far, I'm getting.
It looks cool.
So far, I'm getting a truck. Give me a second.
It's a man with a. It's a man with buffalo helmet thing.
I think I see what you're looking at. Hold on.
He is
I,
ripped.
I got. Let me go to the wiki real quick.
He is ripped.
Alright, I'm on the Super Chief's wiki. Super Chief is the name of several fictional characters, including 3 superheroes and a villain in DC Comics universe. Gardner Fox sounds about right. First Super Chief to be an All-Star Western number 117. Okay, so da 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 da. So there's two different versions. Which one is the hero one? Oh, here we go. Sa I'm gonna butcher this. Saga Nawana of Wisconsin.
I thought the one I was reading said that was a supervillain.
Uh, According to the wiki, there's like multiple
Ex-
versions of this
His
character.
successor have included a villainous saga. No, I am confused. I tried to type in Sagawana and I don't see
So here's what it says for the Saga Nawana of Wisconsin. That's a fun word, Saga Nawana. All right, it says
Saga. No,
at the beginning of Superman number 709, a new young Super Chief is seen thanking Superman for an assist on capturing runaway supervillains in the Colorado desert. Superman refers to him as Saga Nawana, and the young man claims that he gains the powers from a Manatol stone he wears around his wrist. He claims that some believe the stone to be Kryptonian in origin, though Superman is skeptical of the idea. Evidently, the powers have a set time limit for daily use. The stone later proves to be a fragment of a Kryptonian sunstone that Superman scattered through time. Saganowana wears a uniform consists of a red jacket with yellow symbol on the back, a white shirt, black tights, and red boots. He is a Native American man who wears a mohawk. It is insinuated that Saganowana is a Wisconsin native because he invites Superman to visit Green Bay the next time the Metropolis Meteors play against the Green Bay Packers. This new Super Chief later accepts membership in Superman's new team, the Supermen of America. Huh. You learn something new every day. Where's the Super Chief film adaptation? I want to watch that. I want to watch that movie more than Justice League.
There's, yeah, that's a bit interesting. I don't know. I would like to see it.
And actually, you know what? I want to post the since the audience can see a little Discord here on the screen. And I'm gonna post the image so people know who the heck we're looking at when people watch this in the future. So give me a second here.
The way that the stone is apparently a meteorite, so radioactive at that.
Looking at him more, looking at him more. I actually did dig his design. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, he's pretty ripped. I like the helmet thing. It's a mask helmet. What would you define it as?
Uh, Metal. It's metal. That's
Yeah,
what it is.
yeah. That's when he enters the stage, he just plays no Viking metal.
No,
Just
he's Indian. He's Indian. So you know what it is? He has to play.
what?
It plays Thunder's theme from Killer Instinct. So you got a whole bunch of treble jumps going on with electrical guitar going crazy in the background with all that. It's actually a pretty cool song. You should check it out. Hinamatum. It's a pretty cool song. And there we go. Damn, I can't stop looking at him because I want to know more about this guy. And people say there's not enough diversity in superhero comics. I disagree. I
Now,
say
now here's the bigger question: Can he break a katana's blade with his bare pec?
that is a fair question. It could be. It could be. Well, what do you? I'm gonna ask Ghetto. What do you say, Ghetto? The Super Chief stats? Can he break a katana with just only his bare chest? The world may not need to know, but we need to know for research.
Exactly.
We need to know who to put in our next death
By the way,
battle
I need
fan
to keep
fiction.
going in and out just so I could figure out what you're saying.
Oh, sorry.
Because after like a minute or two, all I hear is E O A. It's like Discord's just giving you all your vowels but nothing else.
Okay. In that case,
Oh,
all
now
it
you're not even
is.
saying anything.
Actually, hold on. Can you hear me clearly right now? Jack, you there? Jack? Oh boy. You there, Jack? Can you hear me? All right, hold on. Let me switch something real quick. Gotta go to my. Hold on, let me go. OBS, help me out here quick.
I am trying my best to be here.
Can you hear me clearly?
Yes.
All right, then let me make a few adjustments to my Discord settings real quick.
Alrighty.
All right, there we go. So, so to explain, pretty much I was trying to push to talk, but apparently that wasn't working out. Oh well,
Yeah, it just gave you all your vowels.
only my
But
vowels. And also, we got a answer from Ghetto. Ghetto says, I gotta do it in my best voice. No, folded over 1 million times. Katana invincible. Really, Ghetto? That low number, 1 million?
those are scrub numbers.
That hey, it doesn't matter how much it's folded. It doesn't compare it to Viking steel. Just saying. Claymore every day. Screw katanas.
Yeah, explosives every day.
Not that type of claymore, but you know what? Still, that does beat katanas. Okay, so before we got distracted by the great super chief over here, so what was it we want to talk about is that so leading up to all this, essentially the passion that fans have for bringing this version of the movie to light is essentially what has made this decision to happen. Is like as far as I can see it, like literally is a whole bunch of passionate DCEU fans is what made this a reality. And now, as much as and and I much do like joke of like, oh, just a bunch of fanboys crying over it to the point that pretty much Daddy Warner Brothers like, fine, we'll do it, just shut up. As funny as the imagery is, can't I'm not gonna lie, I do at least of this appreciate of this decision because can you recall, Jack, when was the last time in which, because of fan reception, a major movie had to make a significant change? Do you remember?
Yeah, only once. That was really the Sonic movie that they changed the whole character, delayed the movie for like a whole year.
Right now, I know only once. Hey, change don't come that easy. But still, though, that's one time, at least within the realm of movies. That sets a
Hmm
good precedent. And now,
hmm
You got this going on. So that's two times in which is literally a decision in service of the audience. I mean, I don't see what a Warner Bros. Executive. I don't see what the producers get out of this. This is literally only for the people who are passionate about these properties.
Mm-hmm.
And to get out of the games for a second, I mean, sorry, get out of movies for a second. Let's look at games. Regardless of what of the kind of mixed feelings people had over Shenmue 3, especially right when it was about to release, the fact of the matter is, we can say that Shenmue 3 is an actual game and not
Mm-hmm.
just fantasy. And why was that?
Mm-hmm.
Aside from some some major investments from a few companies, it was mostly due to the fans. That's why it's like what the second most crowdfunded Kickstarter of all time. I believe
Yeah,
that's the case.
but the betrayal.
Now,
Or,
hey, it's not
or
as at least that wasn't big as the Charles my number nine, and the fact that the game's actually out there. Unlike what's that big space game called?
yeah, I know which one you're talking about. I don't remember the name because wasn't never interested.
Wasn't I'm trying to remember. It wasn't Eve Online. There's nothing. It's not definitely not that. It's not StarCraft. Not Star Wars.
Stellaris, I think that's
No,
called.
not Solaris. No, that's the word
Let's see.
star in it.
Space game crowdfunded.
I think it was a space sim.
Star Citizen.
Star says thank you. Yeah, at least you could say, hey, I'm going to eventually play Shenmue 3. Can't say that with Star Citizen. That's not even in its alpha stage. After what coming up 8 years.
It was all because of the creator or whoever was in development. They were like, now let's change this, let's change that, or add this. Pretty much keep like constantly break and delaying it.
This is why you need someone to like as soon as you're like I want to do this, just slap the hand and go. No. What about no? But what if no? You you need someone like that in any group, okay? Because creative people are not the best managerial wise. Just saying, they don't know a time table when they see one, unless they're that good. Any case, but yeah, we have that, and to more put a more positive example, a more positive one. Um, t- um, for Platinum Games, the guys who did Metal Gear Rising, they helped with the development of Nier Automata. They're most famous for the Bayonetta games. They recently um, they launched a Kickstarter many months ago to remaster the Wonderful 101, an obscure Wii U exclusive game that I love to death. And it was a shame that it only had its limelight on a console that anyone barely owned. But now because Platinum wants to do something for the fans and of course something that they will enjoy, they did their Kickstarter to fund the game. It was extremely successful, and now you can literally, Jack, you can literally buy the game. You can go to the Steam store right now and buy the game and play it. And I encourage everyone listening, if you have not played it, freaking play the Wonderful 101. You're missing out.
I'll do so once when I play Wonderful 101, Wonderful 102, then 3, then 4.
There's only one. Although it does make it a good. Although the title does make it an easy to make a sequel. Unless they go super Japanese and just say the Wonderful 101-2 EX or something. Or like or like that Under Night In Birth games.
Or it just goes to Wonderful 1, Wonderful 2, all the way to,
The
all the way up to
prequel.
one.
The 99
Pre-
prequels.
is a prequels so you can see all their story.
Yes, because we really need to see. I'm not kidding you. There's a literal like hero that becomes part of your group. Not a major character, but he's literally called Wonder Toilet. Yeah, he really needs his own game.
He does. That sounds fun. It'll be like a kid next. It's like a kids next door game. Just sounds like one.
He will he will defeat evil with the scrub of righteousness, and he will wipe the city of crime with his lemon pledge of justice, but only lemon
And
pledge.
he just and he talks like just like constantly cursing.
What? Wait, that's
Remember
he ironically has what's that called again? That
a potty
syndrome?
mouth?
No, not potty mouth. The one where you're like you can't like the you literally
Tourette's?
yeah he has Tourette's.
No, like every time when he's about to finish off a villain, he's like, "Let's clean this shit up."
That's probably what. Now you just make me remember. There's a South Park episode. You make me remember. There's a South Park episode where Stan, like, I think he got so jaded that he literally starts seeing feces everywhere. Literally.
I remember a I remember that South Park episode. They were literally pooping out of their mouth.
Oh man.
Like the way it happened was that apparently they started shoving food up their bum, and so the food had to go the turn as poop from their mouth. And it was so weird. They'll be talking, and then all you hear is in the middle of the conversation, they're like, "Oh yeah," it was, and poop comes out.
Oh god. Oh god. Why am I imagining it? Why do I let myself imagine it?
And, and it was pretty much just the whole thing of like people just say crap, and literally comes out of their mouth just like a bunch of garbage. I hate to watch that episode again. It was weird.
You know what else you need to watch? The episode where God comes to visit the town on on the year 2000. Remember?
What?
Yeah, so like literally God himself visits South Park. And I love the how they actually give God like an actual like physical look. Now of course it makes no sense, which you know it makes sense. And if you really if you know your theology. But he comes there and he's like, I shall answer one question before I leave. And you got this whole crowd, they want to ask God the big questions, and then Stan comes in and pretty much asks God, "How come I can't have a period?" God just straight up says, "Boys can't have periods. Only girls can have periods." And he pretty much just gives like a little explanation, like a simple explanation of that phenomenon, and tells like Kyle and Cartman have the reason why there's blood coming out of their butts is because there's something going wrong with their colon. And with that, my children, I will come back in another 2,000 years to answer your questions. And he leaves.
I remember like it was like I think it was a South Park movie or something where a bunch of them went to hell, like just the people in general, and they were all wondering what was the right religion, and like this one guy comes up in the okay, so let me tell you all the correct religion. So the right religion to follow was Mormon. Like, oh dang it, I knew it. Should have been. And I was like, I think that was Stan saying that because he actually was a Mormon for like a one episode.
Oh, that sounds like the movie because I do know like hell was a central part in that movie.
Yeah.
Man, I need to watch
The
South
movie
Park.
was so weird because they I think they had either Jesus or God look so weird. To be honest, the movie itself was a fever dream.
Every episode of South Park is a fever dream. I still remember when I actually used to watch Comedy Central regularly. An
Hmm.
episode they would always replay
Hmm.
is it was one where they were making fun of the hit phenomena that was the Jersey Shore. You remember that? Then they were making fun of that, and they had Snooky in the episode, and like they made Snooky like this weird creature that tries to help everything it sneeze, and and all they could say was sneaky, 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 sneaky.
Oh yeah.
And you got like the cops of South Park going like, "Get it off me! Get it off me! Where is it? Kill it! Kill it! It's humping me! It's humping me! It's disgusting!" I think they replayed that episode a bunch of times during that era. I think it was like 2014, maybe 2013. One of those 2 years.
It reminds me, this Flash gets just that scene of Snooki doing that. It reminds me of this Flash gets scene where he let me just show it to you. You can watch it in your own time.
Oh, oh, oh boy!
Flash gets.
For a second when you said Flash Kit, I thought you meant like, because we're talking about DC, that you meant the Flash, but you meant like Adobe Flash. Oh, where's my mind right now?
Here it is. It was called Furry Apocalypse or Furry Apocalypse.
Wait.
That
Oh
one.
no. Is this? I think I've seen this before. Let's confusing it with another dirty furry video. Tell me this: is this the one where like the furries overcome like these like Warhammer 40K looking guys?
Yeah.
Oh, then I have seen it, but I'll see it again. Oh god, that's legitimately a nightmare. That's legitimately a nightmare. Oh my god.
I just love how he's like, get him off me!
Exterminate us when you need when you need exterminate us, but it can't come any quicker. All right, so going back to
Avenge me, brother! Avenge me!
back to the main topic. So you get the idea. I'm saying it seems from a it seems that while small, admittedly it's small and it doesn't really reflect the larger part of industries that much, but it is showing that at least a good amount of companies and the people within them are adamantly listening to the fans and giving them what they want. Even if it's a small scale, man. You know how many like stories come out in which a company does something and like it pisses off an entire fan base. Like literally, that's like what that happens. What every almost every day, almost every week.
Yeah, pretty much.
So it's good to hear that despite quality aside, it's good to hear that like, hey, yeah, we're gonna release this. That they were gonna release this just for you guys, so that you can see what would have been in the movie originally. That's that is fine. Let them
I wonder.
let them enjoy. Heck, that might inspire me to watch both movies to see which one was the worser of the two.
I wanted to watch Sonic, ori- its original form.
Oh, that's right. You know, and I agree with you. There should be like a special version in which you can watch the old design and new design. There should be an option for that.
Like, I really want to see it just because, like, how would some of the scenes look differently? That's the thing.
I just want to know. I just want to know. Since we're talking about Sonic, I just want to know how much did the story change? Because if you look at that first trailer, if you can stomach it, stomach the cringe. If you can stomach the cringe of the first trailer, it really was telling a very different type of story than what we actually got. Granted,
Yeah,
that's most trailers, but like it was like a real difference. It went from like just based on that. Hold up. Get release a hashtag. Release the old design cut. I like where it's going, Ghetto. But we gotta work. We gotta workshop that. What could be the hashtag? You know what? This could be our first hashtag for the Sonic movie. How can we do it? Release the old design cut while literally gets what he wants. It's too long. What could it be?
hashtag re- real Sonic. No, no,
No,
no.
no, no.
Hashtag release a no. What did people name?
Was he even getting like a special nickname? We can't say.
Hashtag release Sonic teeth. He had teeth in that, and the
Um,
like some weird human
hashtag
ass
unleash
teeth
the
in the mouth.
teeth. No, not unleash the teeth. 'Cause it
Let's
doesn't
see.
tell you what it is. Hashtag release. Hashtag uh, release the hog. No, makes think of pigs.
Man,
Dang.
with the way Discord's acting up with us, I can make a whole drum set out of you.
Actually, you know what? Actually, you know what? I think. Oh, let me see if it's still going on. Because right before we went live, I saw that Discord was trending, and apparently it's having some issues at the moment. So hence why I'm sounding like a beatbox right now.
All I hear is tss, tss, and of course the AEIOUs. It's sometimes wise.
Sometimes wise, but I like what your head is, ghetto. We'll think of you know what? I'll try to think of something. For at least for tomorrow. Let's get it going. The Sonic fandom's pretty big. They'll eat anything up. But we gotta
Release Terror Sonic.
release Terror Sonic.
I mean, it was terrifying to me.
I mean, it was terrifying, but ah, might as well be something simple. Cause like with the Justice League one, it was just called the hashtag was just called release the Snyder Cut. It's it tells you what it was about. All in with just no 4 words. So you gotta cut it down to at least 3 or 4 words. Release.
Three, yeah, those 3 words.
I guess we could, maybe the best I could come up with is hashtag release the old design. Just not old design cut, just release the old design. That's the best I got.
I like the Terror Sonic better.
Mm, we'll figure out something. We'll figure out something. I'm surprised there's not even a thing. You know what, Jack? I'm surprised there's not a thing already.
I want. I guess people are okay with having a regular Sonic and not a terrifying humanoid anthropomorphic.
I guess we're just the weirdos that want to see the dumpster fire of what could have been the Sonic movie, instead of the nice car trip that it actually came out to be. Car trip.
Yeah, it was pretty much a car trip, just with a bunch of explosions.
I do appreciate the fact that talking about the movie bit. I do appreciate they go to San Francisco because if you know your Sonic development lore, which I do know a bit, San Francisco is a major place for the Sonic franchise. It was the it was the new development building for Sonic Team right after I want to say right around like the 3D era of Sonic, so like with Sonic Adventure and Sonic and that first level, Sonic Adventure 2, City Escape, that entire level is based just on San Francisco. So so as much of a kind of a crappy city that place is now, it has a special place in Sonic history. And actually, you know what, Jack? I'm gonna go ahead and log off and log back on just to see if things can fix up on my end. So give me a second. Boop. All right. Am I sounding clear to you? Am I clear?
More or less.
What?
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 Uh,
Are we good?
let me listen. I'm gonna hear what you're saying.
Oh crap! He's gonna hear me through the stream, isn't he? Oh man, and that delay, the like 10-second delay. While he does that, tell me, Ghetto, Tell me, Ghetto, while he's trying to do that, just quick thoughts. Yeah, just like yes or no question. You ever seen Area 88? Yeah, it's an anime I'm watching for the next Hack Cross. I'm liking it so far. Hopefully, it doesn't go downhill like the last one. But tell me, just like simple yes or no answer. Have you seen Area 88?
Hello?
All right, I can hear you clearly, but can you hear me clearly?
Yes.
Thank God. And yes, oh, okay, good, Ghetto. Yes, good. Okay, good. So you have seen it. Awesome. Oh, by the, by the, actually, you know what? Now I'll say it for another time. Another time. It's not that important. All right. So now that we're all focused, I'm focused. Are you focused? I'm focused.
I'm never focused.
Good. You're focused. All right. So going back to whole fan things. So I do like this small trend that's happening because eventually, like all trends, they're gonna grow bigger and eventually you're gonna start seeing cool things start happening. You know. Now, of course, it can inevitably backfire. The big example that comes to my mind would have to be Marvel's Capcom Infinite. We were so thirsty for another Marvel game that when we did get one, it was less than ideal. Um, I don't want to say Resident Evil 3 because I guess technically it's fine, but they could have probably just kind of waited about it before remaking that game. I don't know, but it was definitely, well, at least it was definitely on that trend of hey, let's make something for the fans, because unless that second game wasn't the gangbuster success that it was, no one, honestly, besides Nemesis, no one kind of no. From what I understand, RE fans don't really care about three at all, besides just the villain and maybe Jill's design in that game. But that's pretty much it. At least that's what I get from other RE fans.
I hear IOUs.
Oh God, dang it! God dang it! Hey Jack.
And the gasp.
All right. Let this be said on air, Jack. I
I'm
think.
going back to the stream. I'm gonna hear from the stream.
Oh God, this is gonna be. I think I might make this a short episode just because of god dang technical issues. But I think at this point, I think it's safe to say, Jack.
There we go. I can hear you now.
Oh yeah, I bet you can. All right, but I think it's safe to say, Jack, once you catch up to this part, that we should probably start investing in like microphones and just record in one room. Because I think because just so that we don't have to deal with Discord having a bad day. Just saying.
I mean, where are we gonna go to? I mean, am I gonna travel to your house to do this,
We'll
or what?
try. I mean, I have enough room in my room to have two people sitting in chairs while we talk in a microphone.
Oh, I know you have plenty of room in your freaking house. Have your own home theater.
Hey,
Have your own little mini bar.
first of all, that's
3 plasma, I think. Yeah,
but, but
3.
and I am thankful and blessed for it. Though I would say that once I start being really independent, that stuff ain't gonna matter. It's not like it took the mini bar of the TVs with me once I'm on my like really on my own.
Capitalist pig.
Oh,
Don't worry. When you said you were gonna say like we need to start investing, I thought you were gonna say investing in Discord stocks.
why the heck would I say that? If
My
anything,
mind went to stocks.
yeah, if anything, you're the stock market guy. Tell me how are those how is the stock market like these days, huh?
Pretty good. I did more than 10%. I got 10% more on my portfolio with just ExxonMobil,
Well, there you go. And as
which
the
is weird
yep,
because it's a gas company.
Yeah, I mean, well, gas has well.
Well,
Didn't like gas suffer like a huge like
the gas
lot?
prices itself are because China and Russia are still fighting and stuff. But I'm surprised ExxonMobil is not taking a big hit because crude oil itself in general is like barely a dollar, I think, from the last time I checked.
Yeah, not to go to a not to go to a super mundane topic, but I have not seen oil prices this low since ever.
Yeah, this is the first time we're gonna ever be able to tell our children. I remember a time when gas prices were under $2.
And all it took was a pandemic and the stock market to crash consistently.
I remember a time when there was a second depression. We
Oh man.
couldn't get out of our house, and we always had to talk through masks.
and, and I'll tell my kids, and I'll tell my kids. Back in my day, I had to pay $20 to fill up my little car. Be thankful. Be thankful. Be thankful that you live in my house, because you would be paying $40 just to fill up your Versa.
I can't wait for the days when gas prices skyrocket to like a very point, and where I remember a time when a full tank of gas was only 10. None of this $100 for a full tank of gas.
Well, that will be the case if we move to California or New York, where gas prices are astronomical. So
I remember a time when I had to talk to my friend, he turned into a robot.
that's right. That's
And then
right, folks. I
never
am
heard
not
from
real.
him
I'm
again.
just an AI. I'm a, I'm
Rest in
uh,
peace, Hack.
I'm not the real
You're
hack.
gone, but not forgotten.
It's the real conspiracy ghetto. You're not talking to you're not talking to the average hack anymore.
I'm talking to Robo,
I am Robo Hack.
just like we had Robot Literature Devil.
Oh, that's right. Oh man.
Everyone will be assimilated. Everyone will be assimilated.
Join us, Ghetto Machine, and together we will one day rule the cyber world. Be- Become a part of me, and all of us. And if that doesn't, and if that doesn't persuade you, I will guarantee you will get your own waifu mech. Guaranteed. She will have the shortest mini skirt you will have ever seen, and it will double. It will double.
And it's gonna be huge.
It'll be huge. And the mini skirt will double as a laser cannon. Ghetto says, Ghetto says, I for one welcome our new robot overlords. Oh man, oh man. I'm surprised there's not more mecha shows where just freaking. You know what? I'm not. You know what? I'm not gonna say that because I'm not too familiar with the genre. I'm sure, and I'm sure Ghetto can confirm that there's a whole bunch of mecha shows where the mechas just have attractive female figures. Does it make sense? No, but does it look nice? Heck yeah.
I remember this one clip I saw. It was like it looked like a normal high school, and I don't know what was the, the what was the context throughout this whole thing, but um, I think the guy was saying like it looked like it was gonna be part of a hentai scene because it was like
Oh God.
midday inside a classroom. The girl was taking off her, and then something she went something along the lines of like, "Stop looking, don't, and you're embarrassing me."
Oh
But
boy.
like, but at that point, she just like turned into freaking fighter jet. She
Like,
like just freaking turned into a fighter. No, 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 no. She turned into a mecha. No, she turned into a mini mecha.
I was about to say, you know what you just
The
reminded
one
me.
that turned into a fighter was the girl that like her hat blew away, or some random person's hat blew. So she went to try and grab it. She barely missed catching it with her, and then she just turned into a fighter jet and actually took off with.
Oh, Japan. But you just made me remember. Hold on, I'm gonna try to look it up real quick. See if let me see. Oh yes, I think that's it. Hold on, let me double check to confirm. It's an old game. Well, it's a game like that's no longer relevant. But is this it? I think is this the one?
The one.
I th- oh no wait no this can't be no it's not that it's not as crude looking as that. Do you remember a visual novel in which you as the main protagonist were dating actual tanks?
I remember a game like that.
I'm trying to remember what it was called. I think the word panzer's in it because Japan just loves that word, but what I forgot what it is.
I only know girls in panzers, but that's about it.
I think wait no but isn't girls in panzers, is it that anime, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, no, that's not it. No, that's
it's
not
so
it.
weird though. Like the concept of. You ever thought about that concept
What?
of the girls in panzers show?
I try not to think a lot. I try not to think a lot of things when it comes to Japan.
Well, like here's the thing. Here's a funny thing. So whenever they're all on a military, this whole thing is on a military ship. Like it's a mega ship that almost is the size of multiple countries. Not countries. Yeah, countries. And the funny thing was that they regularly do these fights, these tank battles around anything they can do. Like sometimes it'll be urban, sometimes it's like in the middle of a wilderness. They have if it's an urban, like there's literally a one of the people. Oh, I hope one of the girls shoot my shop so I can get. They literally want these girls to destroy their items in their houses so they can get compensated and get.
Yeah, yeah. So see, this is why I try not to think about it too much. And also I found it, Jack. I found the game I was thinking about. Here, I put on.
Found it.
Yeah, I found it, and I'm gonna put it on the Discord right now. Here, this is the game I remember. Panza Madels. I don't know. I don't know if you ever come across this game, but I remember this game. Do not be fooled. These girls are actually tanks.
Cute tanks.
Yeah, but I think I remember like one of the Team 4 Star guys. No, two of them. They played this game, and as they were playing, they come to realize that they weren't just. They thought that it was just girls who work on tanks or tank drivers, tankers. I don't know the technical term, but they work on tanks. But no, these girls actually transform to tanks, and I think there was like a scene in which like one of the girls said please be careful. Like it literally transforms into the tank in front of the main protagonist, and it's like please be careful when sticking your thing is inside one of my exhaust ports or something like that.
So
Something to that
he likes
degree.
to do it in the he likes to do it in the back door then.
I guess so. Or it was supposed to be like some weird comparison to an actual like tank part and and a woman's genitals. I just
That
I don't think I
that
finished
tank
watching
is
those
not a godless
series.
whore. They
Uh,
want to do it in the back.
What does that make the main?
Therefore, wait. Let me actually. It'll be better if I show you the song.
Wait, does that? So wait, so by that logic, does that
Uh,
mean if I put my thing inside the actual tank, uh, cannon, is that
There it
is that the equivalent of a
is.
BJ?
There's. There it is.
Oh God, what is this? Okay, okay, all right. Let's see, let's see what the heck this is. High schools across America, Christian girls are setting themselves for marriage. Many of these virgins are having the practice called God's. Oh God, Garfunkel and Oates. Oh God.
All my life, I've been good, do what my mom and dad and God say I should. Go to church and Bible school
Oh,
to
boy.
live by God's rule. So whatever people tell me that the Bible tells me, I will do. Walk the halls of high school with my purity ring. I'm like
Okay.
those other girls, I got my morals in check. It was easy to do till I got a boyfriend. And pardon my French, but he's cute as heck. But I made a pact to keep my hymen intact, and Jesus and I are tight. Never learned about the birds and bees. I was taught to keep an aspirin in between my knees, cause the Bible says premarital sex is wrong. But Jason says that guys can't wait that long. I don't wanna lose him to someone who'll do him. I need to figure something out. Well, there's a loophole in the scripture that works really well, so I can get him off without
God.
going to hell. It's my Hail Mary full of grace. In Jesus' name we go to fifth base. Oh, thank you for making me holy. And thank you for giving me holes to choose from. And since I'm not a godless whore, they'll have to come in the back door. Therefore, fuck me in the ass, cause I love Jesus.
All right, then you get the point of this. Oh God.
For they're not a godless whore. They have to come through the back.
Yep, yep. Oh, by the way, Get a Machine says, "Oh yeah, the old loophole. Good times.
Good
Good
times.
times." Oh man. You know what that reminds you of something I heard from a video in regards to this specific act, the sexual act. You know what the person says?
What?
He says, "You better be prepared, Chief. Get ready to have a little peanut butter on your Reese's chocolate."
I
I'm like, oh God.
mean,
But actually, this is
if
actually
you clean, I'm pretty sure if you clean it right, you'll be fine.
you can never. I'm convinced that it's not worth the risk because you're dependent on the other person to like really do a deep clean. Like we're talking, put on some Clorox into that hole and just wipe everything out. That's not worth it, my friend. That's not worth it. But you know what that song reminds me? I actually have listened to a somewhat similar song in the sense that it's very satirical and actually punkish, like a legitimately punk song, like which I have, which is refreshing. So let me find it real quick now, just to make sure that I'm not just I probably am just finally catching up to a trend or meme because I am old like that, even though I'm 23. God damn.
Old.
Have you
Just like, yeah?
have you ever heard of a group called Negative XP?
No.
No? Okay. Good times. Now, okay. So they actually have a song. Let's see. A song. I think it's like literally their most famous songs. Fortunately, there's no music video for it, but they have a song for one of their albums, and the song is entitled. Ready for the title? It is entitled Scott Pilgrim versus the World ruined a whole generation of women. And I'm going to share this with you right now and yeah, play a little bit of it. So I'm going to share it to Discord. Here we go. And let me go ahead and play it for our lovely audience. There you go.
BBD and ecstasy, conceited with no self-esteem. She's a teenage dream if you hate yourself. Bright-dyed hair and obnoxious clothes, thinks communism is the way to go. She's a whore, a dime a dozen Jezebel. Fluoride mind and SSR eyes, 1,000-yard stare for all those guys that you fucked and sucked before you came along. Retarded views on politics, likes to listen to shitty music. She drinks and smokes and toasts out of a dirty bong. She saw Ramona Flowers and felt so empowered by a movie made in Hollywood. It's sad to think she's someone's daughter, like a lamb to the slaughter. But honestly, I'd still hit if I could.
There you go. I'll stop there. So I heard that song this past week, and I'm like, you know what? I think this is a great song with a great message.
Sounds very.
Oh, Ghetto says this. He's in relation to the song. He says how to piss off an e-girl. Actually, I think they actually have a song that's all about e-girls. Yeah, like it's not. Oh yeah, it's like literally from 5 months ago. They have a literally song called e-girl. Now I want to listen to that next. But he also says this song is probably the best litmus test for dating. You know what? He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
I'll try it out. Put that song in my bio.
Put on the playlist. You're like, oh, you guys should have listened to my tunes. A song comes up, and you're paying no mind and seeing how the girl reacts. I will say this though. I will say this, and and of course I'll put up this is only a personal preference. And of course, if the girl is good and is good enough, I'll make exceptions. But I do not get the appeal of the septum ring. I do not.
Ring? That's the nose ring, right?
No, a nose ring is different. The septum ring, like that's the one that was like the thing goes into your nose.
Oh, okay.
I do,
Yeah, the ones like that look like they put on bulls.
yeah. I do not get it, and I do not find that like anything attractive. Like I get like the actual nose rings, like oh, okay, it's a little cute. Maybe even the belly button piercing, but that's pushing it. Anywhere else, you're like, okay, you're just trying to find some way to pleasure yourself. But the septum ring, I just don't get it. Like you're literally making yourself look like a bull, un toro.
No, you know what's worse?
What?
A ring, a piercing in the nether regions. That's a thing.
I know it's a thing, and you know what? At least we can't see it. I'll give it that.
Yeah, but if you, the problem is you can't see it, so you don't know it until the deed you're gonna about to do the deed, and you're like, does this hurt if I do this?
Well, apparently not. He tells you just flick
It
the mouse. Just
looks
flick the
like it.
mouse. Press the button. Just press the button.
Just flick the bean. Like it looks like it's gonna hurt if I flick the bean.
Flick the mouse. Flick the mouse like this. There you go. See, like that.
It
Oh.
like it looks like it hurts. I don't know why people would do that.
They gotta find thrills somewhere because they probably have a very safe and secure life, or they're
Totally.
or they're a whore. What one of those two? Maybe both. Oh man. Oh man. So this was about Justice League, right?
I forgot where.
It's fine. It's fine. We talked about the main point. This we're like 99 minutes into the episode. This is the part we can just talk about whatever the heck we want. We already covered the main topic, and the whole important point is the fact that again I will restate it. Quality of aside of that movie and how the Snacks Box version is gonna be, it does set a good uh precedence. Presidents? Pres no Present. It sets a good standard of people from these big studios and of course gaming companies to show that hey, if you want to make easy money, just listen to the fans. It's not that hard. Just listen to what we have. Is everything we say good? No, but don't just assume that that's for everyone. And especially if we want to pay top dollar for something that we want that you can provide, we'll give you that. We'll give you that. Just I don't know why that is so hard to process. God damn it, Sakurai, fix the Smash Online.
Word.
Thank you, hype man. Oh man.
Paragraphs. Nah, it doesn't have the same ring.
I heard I heard Paragon. Why'd you say Paragon?
Yes, Paragon, the dead game.
No, I was referring to the Mass Effect Paragon. I forgot. Wait, was that a game?
Yep, that was a game by Epic Games, and then once when Fortnite very popular, they were like, "No, we're gonna stop with the mobile genre. We're just gonna focus with our battle royale."
Oh my god, I don't even remember this. Like I'm looking at it and I don't even remember. Wow. Wow.
What
It must be
happened?
really hard to make these free to play games because it's all because obviously it's got to play well, but you really have to make yourself stand out. And Paragon does not stand out one lick a bit.
Well, it did in the sense that it was with the Unreal Engine.
Yeah, but that don't mean crap until the next Unreal Engine comes out, like what we just had. Um,
I couldn't hear you. Can you repeat what you said?
so, folks, that Unreal Engine 5. What are your thoughts about it, Jack? Thank you, Jack. That's a great content there.
Oh, okay, that's what you said.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, what the hell did this man say?
I'm
I mean, you're right. It won't matter until once when the new one comes out.
Yeah, and also it's honestly who cares about how powerful an engine is? Just can it make good games? That's all I want to know.
Oh,
Although I am
yep.
impressed though, because I remember to talk about game engines a little bit. I remember that until Unreal Engine 4, it was almost impossible to make fighting games on that engine. Which why a lot of fighting games had to either rely on obviously different engines or in-house game engines, so game engines that the developers would make for themselves. But when Unreal 4 came out, you then started to see a lot of fighting games actually use it. The ones that come to mind would be Tekken, I believe Soul Calibur 6, Dragon Ball Fighters. I think that actually uses Unreal 4. Let me check though. I need to make sure that one actually is using it. Dragon Ball Fighters.
Dragon Ball Fighters.
Welcome to the game. Let's see. there's a wiki. All right, come on. Let's see. Oh, yep, I'm right. Yeah, Dragon Ball Fighters is based on Unreal 4. Can you believe that,
Oh
man?
yeah.
Can you,
Oh
can you-
yeah, I forgot about that.
like I mean, just oh man, just the creative ways. Use based on one engine, you can make a game look like that. And I'm pretty sure that was also the same one for Guilty Gear Xrd. I think.
And the like, I'm really tired of people talking about the Unreal Engine. And like, yes, it looks nice and everything. Does everything really have to be about that?
The realism.
Or just yeah, or at least the Unreal graphics. Does it always have to be that? Why can't we just have a variety of looks for different games? Like, isn't that the whole thing, the aesthetic about games? They don't have to look the same. Like
Y-
after a while, you'll see a bunch of Unreal games or games with the Unreal Engine. You're gonna be like, oh yeah, that was done with Unreal because it's obvious after a while.
Yeah, especially with Unreal 3, you could definitely tell.
And I was just like I remember my brother. He would be saying things like, "Oh yeah, the new Unreal Engine's coming out. Can't wait to see." Like what if one day Final Fantasy partnered with Epic Games to have the Unreal Engine on it? I'm like, no, no, just like I don't give a crap about Unreal Engine. Just stop caring about it.
And unfortunately, I think it's. I wish that mindset can at least um, become less and less popular because it really was. It all. I mean, initially I was gonna say it really all started back in the 360, but no, this has always been a thing, you know. And but back then, at least like from going from Atari to Nintendo, at the very least, when you see the graphical upgrade, it was like legitimately an upgrade from going from 2-bit to 8-bit, 16-bit, 32-bit, and then from the early 3D era, you know, those were actual like wow visual improvements. And at this point, you know, I'm sure more. You know, if sales on consoles or anything to indicate of something, you know, you can't really sell. Is gonna you can't really rely on the whole spectacle factor of like, look how great our games look this time. You know, it's,
Yeah.
I think honestly that's kind of been waning down, and especially since you know with a good put up a few mods here and there and put the right game for it, freaking you can have like Skyrim looking like Crisis on a good day. In fact I remember like seeing a video where someone was able to run Skyrim on the Crisis engine, and that was insane.
Oh,
So
speaking of Crisis, have you heard about their remastering it?
oh
Or like it was like something either remaster or rebooting it or something. Or what was not rebooting? What was the other word? There
remake.
was another. Yeah, remake.
Let me see. I think I heard something about that, but I didn't really pay too much attention. Let's see. News. No. 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 Okay, here we go. Crytek confirms Crash's remastered will only include the first game, not the Warhead deals. Go away. God dang it, ads. Go away.
But this just confirms we're gonna have a new era of. But can this run Crisis?
Probably can't this run Crisis. Can
The
Crisis even run Crisis?
because have you ever remembered that era where the benchmark for any good computer was can it run Crisis?
I do remember that. I honestly do. And this was back before I barely even understood the like why PC was so I guess better than consoles, but I understood like kind of the meme of it. So
We're gonna have a new era of it.
the new era will be like uh, um
my gaming rig can run Crisis in 40K.
40K. At that,
Oh, you hear that? You hear that, hack?
what?
That's all the ladies' panties dropping all at once.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Yeah, you're definitely impressing all those gamer girls.
Yep, yep. All
Yep.
those e-girls, they're already wanting my money.
Yeah, and you can point to them to your Patreon, which you're announcing right now. Ain't that right, Jack? Make sure to support Jack on Patreon.
Yeah.
Sign up for his OnlyFans.
For for $100 you get one. That's it.
And for $200, he will talk with you he will talk with you on a private channel.
No, that's too cheap.
Okay, $201.
Don't encourage the weird people.
Here, Jack. You got a comment from from Ghetto. Ghetto says Jack is too much of a chat for us. To be fair, and I made this joke. And it kind of describes us really well, Ghetto. If really well, Jack's the smart one, and I'm the pretty one. Okay, relatively, relative to him. Hence why I'm always not sure what I'm gonna say, get information wrong, and always make a fool of myself. While Jack's not saying anything because he's smart enough to not say things that'll put him into trouble. But hey, I'm willing to take.
Oh.
I'm willing to play the fool. And he's also more well informed than I am on certain things. Not on everything, but on certain things.
Uh-oh.
What happened?
Nothing. I thought I had a weird thing happen with Discord.
No, don't scare me like that, man. Let's scare me like that. My pretty face can't handle that.
Uh-oh. Oh no. It's a giant earthquake. Ooh, everything's... Ooh, you hear that? That's the earthquake.
Silly rabbit. There's no earthquakes in Texas, I think.
There is... I am worried that you were doubting yourself over that.
Because I'm not too sure. At least not on this side of Texas we are in. Maybe more further west. I definitely know hurricanes and tornadoes, but that kind of goes hand in hand. I know that for sure. I don't know about earthquakes. Oh man. All right, there. We're right. I think we're almost close we're almost close to the end of the show. Let's see. I think was there something else that I miss? I miss my blonde self, though I'm not actually blonde, just have long hair. Did I miss anything? Like, say, there's that, na 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 na. Nah, I can't think of anything. You?
No, unless you want to talk about just more random topics.
Hmm. That is tempting, but the problem is there's no dinner in front of me, so I can't go on for another 2 hours. HAC need food badly,
Oh no.
or just some water. Water will do. I feel a little parched. A little parched. But no, I think it's going to go ahead and do a closer for the show. So, with all that said, actually, I really I find this a fun episode. I enjoyed myself.
Same.
And, of course, Jack, of course, tell us. No, actually, I'm going to put you on blast for a little bit, for something minor. Um, uh, when are you gonna stream next? When are you gonna stream?
It's been hard because right now our general manager has actually gotten into an injury. So I've
I
been
see.
taking up extra shifts.
I see. Well, I mean,
So I'm waiting for that to heal up because as much as I want to stream, work at nighttime, stream a little bit at night, and then proceed to work in the and then from there proceed to work again at nighttime the next day.
Yeah, that's gonna tire you out. No amount of Monster Energy drinks is gonna fix that. Well,
Right.
well, don't worry. I was in a similar boat, but luckily it wasn't the main manager's one of our part timers. But even then, that certainly helped because someone else also quit when that happened. So I also had to take extra time. All right. In any case, we'll stream when you can when you got time. And in the
Pretty
main
much.
yeah. In the meantime, as far as my end, so I've said this on Twitter, but as a formal announcement, Jack, guess what? Spider Blood Episode 3 is complete. I have
Ooh,
finished
nice.
editing it. I already have the video file. I am debating whether to upload it tomorrow or Friday. I'm I'm gonna say Friday because excuse me there. Um, unfortunately, I will not be able to do a Friday chill stream this week because of work. I will be available to do the chill stream on Saturday, so I will be so. In order to fill for that, Spider-Man Episode 3 coming this Friday, around the evening time. I'll put it in. And of course, I actually just went to the comic store today and got myself just a whole bunch of comics and comics that I actually had to just get. I had to buy out of guilt. I'm not gonna lie.
Why?
Because the thing is, when you sign up for a box, the comic store, they get that specific comic for you to purchase, and of course if you don't, and they can stay there as long as you need it to. So eventually, they start building up, and unfortunately, I built up a lot, and eventually, a lot of those books, I'm just not interested in reading anymore. But I can't just say like, oh, just put it back on the shelves. Let other people play it. No, it doesn't work like that. So I'm like, okay, I'll just buy these books I kind of lost interest in reading, just to get it off your hands.
Yeah.
So I ended up doing that. Who knows? Maybe there might be something good in the pile. But I know I
Hmm.
definitely did pick something good. I got a little trade paperback of Action Comics Rebirth Volume 1, so I'll be definitely reading that. And as well, I
Hmm.
want to also announce, I haven't announced it yet. I was formally announced that also on this same Saturday, aside from the chill, I'm gonna be doing actually two streams that day. The chill stream later that evening around 8 or 9 p.m. I haven't decided yet. But also I'm gonna be doing another um, a co- comic book club stream with another friend of mine called Reinzel, in which we're gonna have a full series discussion on Batman: Curse of the White Knight. So I'm gonna be rereading that this entire week, making notes in preparation for that, which will be let me double check. We'll be able to do that at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. So yeah, so that's what as I got announced. Spider episode 3 will be coming out tomorrow. I probably release another Hackcross episode Saturday. I'll be doing two streams at 1 p.m. I will be doing my Curse of the White Knight book analysis with Rizel, and later that evening I will be doing my chill stream. So that's all I have to announce until the next episode. And with all that said and done, thank you very much for watching. Thank you, Ghetto, for blessing us with your presence on today's episode. And of course, uh, I encourage everyone to number one, subscribe to the channel. We're at 30 subscribers, man. 30. 20 more reached 50, and then we're halfway to the 100. I can feel it. I can feel it, man. We're getting there. We're getting there. But small steps. So hopefully we can reach out to the number 50. And of course, if you enjoy the stream, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, all that fun jazz. You know YouTube, you can do this stuff. And lastly, share the channel around, share the show around, so that this can be as fun and entertaining as for us as it is for you. And as well to follow us on our social medias. Follow me, Hack at uh, on Twitter at dandy underscore spike, and to follow Jack at.
Too lazy to do stuff with one F.
Thank you. So, with all that said, thank you very much for watching, and this is Hack signing out.
Bye, everyone.